Did you guys hear the news? She's back. The greatest of all time. The career killer. Colleen Ballinger came out after 5 months of hibernation from her YouTube apology. I'm going to say that I think Colleen ran out of all of that negative attention because I can tell that she is hungry for some more. And I'm here to feed her. Yes, I am. What kind of commentary drama channel would I be if I don't take the chance to recap these comeback videos so you don't actually have to give Colleen any views? I know you all were itching to click on that video and watch it, but now you don't have to because I'm here. Listen, I'm not here to waste your time. I'm not doing a full reaction that's going to take 40 minutes. I'm here to give you an academic summary of Colleen's return to YouTube. And I'm not talking about just one video because she is back daily. This is Colleen Ballinger here. This is not child play. Now, Colleen not only uploaded one video on Saturday titled Fall Vlog, but the next day, the day I'm recording this, she uploaded a video by the name of What I've Been Up To, but I'm pretty sure she's coming back daily. Who knows where she's going to go with her content or how much she's really going to talk about everything that happened. But all I know is that we have 27 minutes fresh of everything Colleen has been waiting to say. And I'm going to try to make that 27 minutes a little less painful for you all at home. So I say let's just dive into it. You don't need me to remind you what happened last time we saw Colleen. I think there are enough videos out there to explain it to you. But let's talk about this video right here. But first, I uploaded a new video to my main channel for the first time in like 5 months. And it's about how I hired an entertainment coach to prove to the IRS that I am a real entertainer. You should go check it out. No one really cares. I thought it was kind of funny. Yes! I've been taking a small break from content to kind of figure out what I'm going to do next. I'm probably going to take another week break after this video, but I'm going to give you some extra content to hold you over. Also, the new Queef Jerky song is out. If you haven't listened to it yet, you are late to the party. Now, everybody, come aboard the toxic gossip train. Let's talk drama. Now, the first 3 minutes and 20 seconds of this 13-minute vlog are actually another apology. I don't think we can technically call the last video an apology, but this one is hopefully going to meet the requirements for her audience. Now, Colleen does start the video with the classic turning on the camera move.
Hello, everybody.
Which sort of displays a type of authenticity. I always find this move funny because it's kind of insinuating that the video is uncut and you're not really hiding from anything or anyone. And Colleen's definitely not hiding anything. There is nothing to see here. No bodies under the bed. Don't check under the bed. There's no bodies under there.
Last video that I posted on here, it's really embarrassing to say the least.
Now, Colleen starts this off by saying that she missed posting on her channel every day. She says the ukulele apology she posted was really embarrassing, says she handled it the wrong way because she was getting accused of all these awful things. She let her ego take over and it caused her to write a generational hit.
But instead, I just let my ego take over and I'm really disappointed in myself.
There should be no apology for writing Toxic Gossip Train. If anything, I wish I saw a Grammy nomination for this song because it was honestly the most notable release this year.
Over the last 15 years of my career, there have been moments where I was immature and inappropriate with some of my comedy. And there were times when I did not put enough thought into some of my fan interactions.
Now, Colleen says that in the past 15 years, she's made a lot of mistakes with her comedy, interacting with her fans, and it resulted in some nasty behavior. Now, she doesn't really specify that the behavior she's talking about was privately talking to children online about sex, among some other things. But yes, I would agree with the sentiment that these things were wrong.
I needed to take time to make sure I was listening and learning as much as possible. And I also needed to get the help that I needed to be okay.
She also says that there are probably people who have felt disappointed or abandoned by her 5-month break from the internet. Now, I don't really think anyone was feeling too abandoned by this break. I'm pretty sure that we were all in agreement that Colleen could have used a few months away from YouTube to figure out how to be a human again.
I'm a mom first and foremost before anything else. And I needed to take care of my kids, so...
Oh yeah, and she also reminds us that she has children. I'm not sure how I forgot this horrible truth, but it really brings up the question, why are you doing this? Colleen's got that YouTube tour money. I know she gets that check from Netflix. I know she probably sold a lot of lipstick in her time on YouTube. Trust me, I do not think her wallet needs help. You should go hang out with your kids in the middle of a field and stop talking to a camera. I think I could use that advice myself. I need to stop talking to a camera and sit in a field. Now, Colleen's apology continues for dozens of seconds while she gives this apology that really sounds like ChatGPT whipped it up for her after watching hours of YouTube apology videos.
So I'm going to do everything that I can to make sure that I create a positive, kind, inclusive, safe space online with my content.
I'm surprised that there's not a lapse in judgment line in this apology. Colleen's not perfect. She wishes she could go back and change what happened, and she can only focus on moving forward with her current actions. And of course, she would love to have you along with her on this journey if you will let her.
And if you want to be a part of my journey online, I would love to have you. And if not, I completely understand. I do not expect anyone to welcome me back with open arms. I don't expect to change anyone's mind with this video. I just wanted to come on here and say that I'm sorry, and I wanted to try to show people that it's possible for someone to grow and learn and be better after making mistakes many, many years ago.
I don't think that there's really a hole on YouTube that needs to be filled by having a multi-millionaire groomer mom who vlogs about not having a job anymore. Colleen obviously does not specify any of the actual awful things that she was being accused of. Obviously, I didn't expect her to, though. She just sort of says that she was accused of all these awful things, but she doesn't disprove any of them or talk about why she was so defensive in the first place. She just vaguely says, I made mistakes. I'm growing from my mistakes. People can change.
It's possible for someone to grow and learn and be better after making mistakes many, many years ago. So that's what I'm going to do.
No matter what you tell me, you cannot change that much in 5 months to go from ukulele apology to suddenly I realized the extent of my actions and how dangerous they really were.
I'm going to try to vlog again.
Finally, in this 3-minute apology segment, she says that she's going to film her day and share some simple, happy moments with everyone. And then she makes a crazy move, which I kind of respect, where she seamlessly transitions out of the apology by grabbing the camera and going right into vlog mode with edits and everything.
And thank you for listening, and thank you to anyone who supported me in any capacity over the last 15 years. I've really, really appreciated it. But yeah, let's get started with the day and see what happens, I guess. I honestly do not know how to transition from this conversation into a vlog, but let's try. Where do I even begin?
Now we can finally make some cuts. Now we can finally get this thing rolling. If there's one thing I will say about Colleen, it's that she doesn't make YouTube videos for anyone else but herself. Because there was not a single person asking for this. I mean, according to the comments, Colleen has actually resurrected herself from the YouTube cemetery because it seems like her hardcore fans are gnawing at the bits for some content. Gnawing at the bit or at the bits? At the bit. I hate to admit it, but since her ukulele apology, drama on the internet has never been the same. Colleen elevated the standard for what a bad apology is, and we can at least give her an applause for that. Now, Colleen says for the first of many times that she spent the past few months in therapy.
I mean, if I'm being completely honest, the majority of the last few months has just been spent in therapy.
She said she spent like all of her time in therapy. Now, I don't know if there's a specific therapy for failed YouTube apology monstrosities, but I don't know if they spend every single day for hours in therapy. It's not goddamn Alcatraz for ex-YouTubers. She's just probably hanging out with her kids. Hopefully they're her kids. Now, as Colleen starts to talk about her 2-year-old twins and her 4-year-old son, I started to realize that this video is probably about to get a lot more boring. So let's get through it, talk about the highlights. Colleen shows us her chicken coop and she pushes her chicken on a little swing. One of these chickens' names is Dog. She also explains that her 4-year-old son wanted to be a toy truck catalog for Halloween because he always carries around his catalog book full of toy trucks and he circles all the ones he likes. And then she shows the costume that he wore and it's actually pretty cute. I think it's kind of funny. I guess I'll give 1 point to Colleen for her little son. Okay. 7 minutes into the vlog, she says that it's bedtime for the kids, spent a lot of time talking about what clothes her kids are going to wear to bed and the next day. And I started realizing that this is the reality of being a vlogger mom, and I don't think I'm suited for this kind of content. Yeah, I don't really think it's necessarily bad to vlog about being a mom. I think I personally find it boring because of course I do. Why would I find this interesting? I do understand why people would like this content though. And Colleen actually makes a very interesting comment right here that shows a lot about her character.
I will never not want a fresh, warm chocolate chip cookie.
Now, Colleen again just talks about how these past few months have been spent in therapy, talks about hanging out with her kids, talks about the new bob that she got. Check out that bob.
The majority of my time has just been spent in therapy and focusing on that kind of stuff, and also spending time with my kids. Like, that's basically all I've been doing is that. And obviously I cut off all my hair, so that happened in a moment of needing change. I don't know.
Everyone needs their identity crisis after their YouTube apology, and I think this was a good move for Colleen because maybe some people won't recognize who she is anymore. She also talks about how all of her therapists recommended that she vlogs while she was away from YouTube as a sort of way to heal, I guess. She says that no one will ever see those vlogs because they were just for her healing.
So my therapists all suggested that like I continue to vlog even though I wasn't posting it anywhere. So I did. And the majority of that no one will ever see.
But then she shows us part of the vlog.
But I do think there's some footage of me down at the creek. If I find it, I'll put it in. Made it to the creek. We're looking for tadpoles and bugs. Flynn found a caterpillar. Roots of this tree are just wrapped around all these rocks.
I'm not sure if she's breaking the therapy rules here, but obviously she's never been a big stickler for rules or laws. And then Colleen ends her first video by saying this.
Got really into rocks in the last couple of months, which I know I'm literally rocks, like not like diamonds, like literal rocks, like trash rocks that you would walk on and not even think twice about. Like, I have become obsessed with rocks. The main thing that I've been doing is just trying to be better and get better and making cookies and being a mom and crying a lot. But I don't know that that's much different than how things were prior to me taking a break from the internet, because if you watched me ever, you would know that I cry a lot. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully I'll see you soon.
So that was a pretty eventful day for Colleen. It's kind of weird talking about your kids and prepping your kids' clothes and running the bath and making cookies, but then like no one in your family is anywhere to be seen in the vlogs. It doesn't even sound like there's another person in the house. I'm not saying that I want her kids to be anywhere near these cameras, but maybe vlogging about your kids isn't a good idea if you're trying to not show those kids at all on camera. It's just a little bit uncanny. Now, I could nag about her vlogging habits all day. Don't think it's a huge deal. Don't care. On to the next video. Now, I'm starting to realize that this next video is probably going to be pretty uneventful because it's called What I've Been Up To, and the thumbnail is her staring at a rock. Now, if you remember from the first video, Colleen is obsessed with rocks now. That's her new thing.
Literal rocks.
So I'm sure that this video is going to be very exhilarating. And it just came out 1 hour ago, so let's watch with fresh eyes. Today is Sunday. I'm uploading the video tomorrow, so she'll probably have a third vlog by the time it's out, but I'm not going to wait long enough to watch it. I'm already tired enough. Let's dive into vlog number 2.
I'm vlogging. It's boring. I'm Colleen. That's you, Mommy.
Hi, everyone.
There's something funny about a YouTuber returning after getting canceled and how they talk about how they needed this and how them talking to a camera helps them heal and move on. But then in the second video, she's just talking about rocks already. There's nothing else you could talk about, Colleen. Now, she again talks about how her therapists wanted her to vlog privately in her off time so she could heal and find comfort in herself and whatever. But then she keeps using the old vlog content as content in these new vlogs so she could fill the videos with more stuff.
A couple months ago, my therapist had recommended that I go get out of the house, basically, and wanted me to do something that they knew from the past had made me feel calm, and that's what I did. And I went to go look for seashells. Problem is that there were no seashells. The tide was very high, and it was the summertime where we don't really get many low tides during the day. So I was left to look for rocks, and I actually have footage of it because at the time I was vlogging, not for anyone, I was vlogging just for me. Anyway, I'm gonna put in that clip of me at the beach right now for you guys to see. This is a few months ago. Bad news.
But isn't that just using the therapy content that was specifically meant for just you, and now you're using it for actual content in your real life?
Not for anyone. I was vlogging just for me.
I honestly would not be surprised if she shot all of those vlogs in her off time because she knew that she would be able to use that footage later. Now, Colleen begins to talk about how the beaches kind of grows today, how there's all this seaweed among the rocks and the shells, and she makes a really beautiful metaphor out of it.
That's kind of how I feel currently in life, is that my life is just a big pile of fly-infested, rotting seaweed. But I just need to like stop focusing on the rotting seaweed and try to find the little shells. Or like, I'm not gonna get any seashells right now, so I just need to find pretty rocks instead. They're literally rocks.
If you're not going to find the seashells of life, maybe just look for some rocks instead. Maybe you're not able to make vlogs right now, but maybe you can just find the rocks and upload those later and make money off of it anyways. Did I mess up the metaphor? I don't really understand.
I ended up finding rocks I thought were cool, and then I would be interested, what is this rock? And I'd look into what the rock was, and I found that there was this whole community of people, and this is something I love about the internet, and I've always loved about the internet. A lot of my life I felt like I didn't have a lot of friends, and I was made fun of a lot for the things that I liked, and through the internet I found there's this whole community of people in the world that are like me, and like musical theater and crafting, and are interested in the same things as me, and blah blah.
Colleen also gives a spiel about how she felt less alone when she found the internet because there were a community of people who had similar interests as her, and that helped her feel less alone. And this kind of comes off a bit weird when you were specifically getting in trouble for talking to your community online about the interests you have.
And I found this community of people, and it's something I really like about the internet. I kind of rediscovered that in a time when I felt very hopeless. I just saw online that there were other people in the world who were really obsessed with rocks.
We're not talking about a Facebook group for flying kites or a subreddit for knitting. You were privately messaging children about their personal lives. I was so hopeless online until I just realized that I could send my underwear online to fans, and it made me feel so much less alone. Colleen then spends what feels like minutes talking about how much she loves rocks.
I loved watching videos of other people looking for rocks, learning about what the different types of rocks were, rocks and fossils and shells. Looking for a rock, it's just like an ugly rock. My favorite type of rock is agate rock. What am I gonna do with all these rocks that I'm polishing? Rock day for me. Just looking for rock hounding, take rocks. I am so excited about this. I did not expect this video to be all about rocks. Okay, so here are my rocks. I don't know what to tell you guys. I like rocks, okay? Actually, I'm not done talking about rocks. So this rock, Hulk.
She really has nothing to talk about online, so she just yaps about rocks like the whole time, which honestly would be kind of interesting and fun to watch if it wasn't Colleen who was doing it. Enough with the rocks. I don't need to see them anymore. But I will show which rock of hers is my favorite on screen, so you guys can know my taste in rocks, if you were wondering. Maybe it's hypocritical of me to say that Colleen has nothing to talk about when I'm literally out of content to make, and I'm just making content talking about Colleen, talking about rocks. Should I be just as embarrassed? I kind of also feel like Colleen is making me want to get into rock polishing because I'm watching this video. Maybe she is an influencer, and I'm just like a sad pile of bones trying to dunk on her. But now I'm actually interested in what she's saying. Wrong. She's a loser. Also, I'm just not sure where her children are when she's vlogging. They're obviously at the house because she keeps referencing them, but you don't see anyone else in the house. You don't even hear another peep in the house. So I'm kind of suspicious that her husband and her kids left her after the ukulele incident, and now she's completely alone in her house, just pretending that she still has a family. Is that wrong for me to suspect? Then Colleen talks about sea glass and Christmas decorations for the next 4 minutes. So I'm going to spare you that time, going to take away the extra fluff, and we're just going to end it right there. Video over. Oh, sigh, I think it's over. This kind of seems like the start of a new era for Colleen, where she keeps making vlogs even though people aren't super excited about them. I mean, I guess if I thrived off YouTube views, which I do, and I wasn't really posting, I would also want to make content for a void of people who hate me. How much can we really blame her? That's just show business. And that's the end of my video. Thank you for watching. I've been struggling with where I want to go with my content next, so I'm gonna take a little bit of time off this week to just hang out, but I'm trying to find my footing again so I can make some fun stuff. Please watch the main channel video. It's up on the screen. I think it's pretty fun. Check out the new Queef Jerky song. It's called Liver. There's a new music video for it. A lot of people listened to it in the first week. Thank you if you were one of those people. And if you're not, you can still check it out. A lot of cool stuff to come for this channel and many others. I will see you next time, and keep on doing it.